Faith. It means finding peace within myself and the world. Faith is being sure of what we hope for. Hope brings purpose to life.
Namaste, I am Nishtha Dudeja.
I belong to the land of peace, prosperity and plenty, India. The comebacks are always stronger than the setbacks. Born hearing impaired and became independent with every turn I took in my life. I was born stubborn. My physical training began with judo, and we moved on to lawn tennis at the age of 12. From the tender age of 7, my mother taught me to channelize my energy into constructive goals. My journey has been possible only because of the faith my parents have in me. I have been brought up to be bold, brave, and brilliant in everything I do. I intend to work towards bridging the gap between abilities and disabilities. After all, there is nobility in compassion and beauty in empathy. I'm looking forward to Miss Deaf World pageant, and I'm really very excited to meet my fellow contestants. Thank you.
Namaste. First of all, I am grateful to TEDxGLIM for providing me this opportunity to share my journey of life with all of you. A life without challenges is quite boring. When an engineer designs a road, he does not keep it straight for a long distance. He introduces curves and some ups and downs in it to break the monotony. Similarly, God makes our life interesting and enjoyable by introducing challenges. Every challenge or difficulty of life teaches you something and makes you stronger for the next challenge. Everyone faces difficulty in their life, but I got more than my fair share of challenges. I was born hearing impaired with 100% hearing loss in both ears. In fact, I am having 90 to 110 dB hearing loss. However, my parents came to know about it only when I was 3 years old. So, initially, they could not believe that their lovely and highly energetic child was not able to hear. It took quite a few months to accept the reality. Once they accepted the reality, they decided to give their best to bring me at par with others. So many people don't know that a hearing impaired person born with such hearing loss is not able to speak naturally. How would he speak when he cannot hear any sound? So, and just using hearing aid or cochlear implant is not sufficient to develop your speech. It needs rigorous speech therapy session and follow-up practice to develop your speech. So a pair of hearing aid was put into my ears, and I started taking speech therapy sessions. There started my journey of sound. So my speech therapist advised my parents, don't send her to a tough school, send her to a normal school. Otherwise, she will not learn how to speak, because learning sign language is easier than learning how to speak. You may wonder why my parents chose this difficult path of speech therapy for me. Did they want to torture me? But I am really grateful to them that they chose this difficult path of speech therapy for me. Otherwise, I would not be speaking in front of all of you at this stage today. Thank you. in the 2 hours speech therapy session, every color name, animal name, fruit name was explained with the help of pictures and play cards and repeated so many times so that they got registered in my mind. After speech therapy session, my mom would revise with me again and again until I was able to speak word properly. From word to sentence, sentence to chapters, chapters to books, the journey of speech therapy and language development continued for 7 years. I would be given interesting comics and short story books like Tata Chaudhary, Pinky, Akbar Birbal, Prem Chand, Champak to make this journey interesting. Yeah. Did you know this girl is standing in front of all of you? Did though he was once not able to hear and speak, did top her school in 12th board in Hindi. In Hindi by scoring 93% marks. I also scored 93% marks in English and stood second in my school. Yeah, thank you. So, despite my hearing problem, I was a very mischievous child and was always running around taking PANGA with everything, living or non-living. Yeah. So, by the age of 7, my mom was so tired of my mischief that she got hold of me and put me into judo. Yeah. But I was very shy whenever I stepped out of my house, so I did not fight with anyone at judo practice. But when I saw my brother had got his certificate, I asked my coach that I also wanted a certificate in my name. So my coach replied, "You will earn this certificate only when you fight fearlessly with opponent." So to earn my certificate in my name, I picked up the judo very fast. Yeah. Soon I started participating in judo matches. Yeah. So I had to remove my hearing aid before my bout. Otherwise, my ear would cut insult and bleed due to the hitting by opponent on the ear mold. So I was not even when I removed the hearing aid, I was not even able to hear any instructions of my referee. So, but my mom told me, "Nishtha, keep hitting the opponent until referee touches you to stop." Yeah, yeah. So, thank you. So, don't stop even if opponent asks you to stop. You keep hitting. Yeah. So I used to focus on my opponent and kept hitting until every touched me to stop. This technique helped me win many battles at state and national levels. Yeah. सर्टिफिकेट के चक्कर में कहा जूडो चैंपियन बन गई मैं. Yeah. So, yeah. And judo has helped me in my self-defense, and I have used it quite a few times to protect my friend in my school. Yeah. So, at the age of 12, my life took another turn. The judo coaching center got closed and I had to leave judo. This was the time when Saniga was in the news for the controversy over the short dress she wore during the matches. Despite the controversy, she still kept going and focused on her game. I was impressed by her courage and passion. Inspired by her, I started playing tennis. Initially, it was just for fun, but soon I started playing professional tennis. Tennis is a power game which needs a very high level of physical fitness and stamina, and players face injuries quite often, so you have to undergo a really tough fitness regime. So my daily schedule started with waking up at 4:30 in the morning and doing fitness for 1.5 hours and followed by a tennis session of 3 hours and sometimes 1.5 hours tennis in the evening. So initially I used to lose matches even against very big opponent. Why? Because my opponent did not defeat me, but my own nervousness did. I lost many matches because I was nervous. Sometimes when you face difficulties in life, you got the right people who say the right word at the right time. So my fitness coach asked me, Nishtha, you play really well in practice, then why are you not able to play well in matches? He also said, Nishtha, your opponent has 2 arms, 2 hands, 2 legs, and 1 brain. It is not as if she has 4 legs, 4 arms, 4 hands, or 2 brains. She is also a human being just like you. So what are you afraid of? So this felt like magic on my attitude, and I started playing really good tennis. In fact, I won many battles and I represented my country at international games 3 times. Thank you. So, people ask me, खेलते खेलते कलामा पलट में कैसे आ गई? In fact, I was quite happy with my tennis and college studies. Then, in suddenly 2016, I got the first kind of job in, which got first by the year hunt. My doctor advised me to not play professional tennis anymore. Of course, I was heartbroken because tennis was my life. Sometimes when a door closes, God opens another door for you to proceed in life. So I started looking for other options. Then it struck my mind that my friend became Miss Bryant India. So I thought, if there is Miss Bryant India pageant, then there must be Miss Tough India pageant also. So I searched on internet, and my belief about Miss Tough India pageant was confirmed. So I thought I should try my luck there because I wanted to push myself out of my comfort zone. And I wanted to learn new things. Also, I had nothing to lose. So this was beginning of my journey of glamour quality. Like previous voyages, this was also full of high seas. Running rampog on 5.5 inch was quite a challenge for a person who had donned sport shoes for a decade and a half. It is not easy. And makeup and dancing in front of camera for other important aspects which were quite new to me as I have been a very simple and shy person. However, the biggest challenge was to learn dance. Luckily, sport and beauty passion have one thing in common. Both need a very high level of physical fitness. So having played different sports for 15 years was an advantage for me as I had to work very little on my body. Soon I got over these challenges and became Mr. India 2018. Thank you. Now it was my turn to represent my country once again at international level. Till 2017, I had represented my country as a sport person, and 1 year later, it was in a different avatar as a beauty queen. So I wanted to prepare very well as no Indian had won any title at Miss and Mr. Top World pageant since its inception 18 years ago. It was once again a great challenge as well as a big opportunity to make my country proud. So on the night of finale, I was not nervous. I just thought I should give my best and leave the rest to God. Inshallah, जो भी होगा देखा जाएगा. So after all the round, the judges announced the winner of Miss Top Asia 2018 is India. I came forward and after I came forward and after being crowned, I looked at my parent, whose faces were beaming with joy and happiness, and whose eyes were shining like stars. Only then I realized, yes, I have done it. Yes. After all, I had won the first title for India at this prestigious event. From the girl who was once not able to hear and speak to the sport person to the beauty queen, the journey continues. I have graduated in commerce and now I am pursuing masters in economics. So this achievement have earned me national award for role model. Thank you. So this odyssey of life is full of uncertainties, but don't let the difficulties overpower you. Life becomes meaningful when you overcome the challenges. And don't stop even when it seems you have reached a dead end. Rather give yourself some time and look for an alternative route. Maybe a new route leads you to a more interesting destination. Being talent in life is inevitable, but being defeated is optional. I would like to end my story with couplet written by my father. जिंदगी की राह में मुश्किलें तो बहुत थी, जिंदगी की राह में मुश्किलें तो बहुत थी, मैं मगर चलता रहा, मैं मगर चलता रहा. Thank you.